Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So glad you can make it here for another video. If this is your first time here, welcome. My name is Danielle, and as you can see by the title of this video, I am doing a one brand tutorial using all Wet n Wild stuff, which you can find at the drugstore. I love Wet n Wild. It's one of the first brands that I started buying makeup from. I feel like it was a staple. My mom had Wet n Wild lipstick growing up, so I haven't really got a chance to try a lot of this makeup because I'm a hoarder and I buy too much makeup and then I never use it. So I'm excited because I'm using some things for the first time that I've had for a long time and I just forget about. So anyways, if you'd like to see how I got this look, and if you'd like to see me do a complete look using all Wet n Wild stuff, then just keep on watching. Okay guys, so the only way to start off this one brand tutorial is to start with something that isn't this brand. To go along with my theme on this channel, which is lack of follow through, I do not have a Wet n Wild primer. I just thought about it and I want this makeup to look good and last me a while because I have a few plans that'll probably keep me out of the house later on today. So I just want to have a primer on and I do not have a Wet n Wild primer. So I'm just going to use my Stila One Step Corrector blah 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 primer. We are really going to be testing out this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I got the shade Golden Beige. We're really going to give it a run for its money today because, like, look at this. My face is breaking out so bad. Not really on my nose. Like, who gets a pimple underneath their eye? That has literally never, ever, ever happened to me. I don't even know, like, what this is. It's an eye pimple, apparently. The first thing I want to do is slap some foundation on and try and cover up some of this. So, I'm just gonna use this little spatula and kind of like paint it on my face. I'll just do half my face and then we can see how well it covers. I have used this before. I didn't really pay much attention to it the first few times I've tried it out, so today will be like the real test of me trying it out. Pretty much any foundation that I use, I blend out, apply with this Real Techniques Miracle Sponge. I love this thing. So that's one coat, and we're going to need a little more, at least in some key areas. I guess I don't need it right there because I'm going to be applying some other stuff. A little more on the nose. I would say this is like medium coverage, like light to medium, which I'm okay with because sometimes full coverage foundation like freaks me out. It doesn't like look like my skin. You have to get like the perfect match or else it can be a disaster. Also, if you want to talk about my hair real quick, I'm actually a waitress 6 days a week. And so I have like crazy curly hair. It gets super knotted. I can only wear it up because I'm a waitress. So I just try to do hairstyles that can last me like a week of not really having to do my hair and knowing that my hair isn't going to get dreaded in the process of me not doing my hair for a week. So this is just like my hair twisted with like some like leave-in conditioner kind of product in it. And then if I decide to do anything over the weekend usually, or for any reason if I decide to go out or something, I can just take the twists out and my curls will be like nice and beautiful and it's perfect. And for work I just usually wear it like this. It's just like thrown into like a ponytail back here, or I will just put a hat on. And it really has been working for me. It's like one of my favorite things, but I hate doing it because I actually have to like brush out my hair. I'm just gonna try and pull it down a little bit on my neck. I'm like partially rushing because my cousin said that she's gonna be here soon and I was supposed to already have this done. But instead I was crying watching Mona Lisa smile all morning because I had never seen it. And I am obsessed with Julia Roberts. Okay, moving on. So next I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Come Correct Celebrity Concealer. This is in the shade Medium Golden. So what I like to do, just so that it's like not so much like bunched underneath my eyelids, is I'm going to take like that much, super little bit, and I'm just going to like, this is what I do with my It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye. If you're ever, like if you have that concealer and you don't know how to make it work, it just feels like too much for you, take my advice, do this. So I warm the product up like in between like both my ring fingers, and then I just take whatever's here, like I don't add any more, and I just like kind of like dot it, and like look at that, that's so much. And you can see it's kind of lightening around, and I'm gonna also use this as a spot concealer. I have never done that before, but we're gonna try it out. So whatever's like left on my finger, I'm just gonna try. I'm going to set my under eyes with my Wet n Wild, obviously everything's Wet n Wild, Mega Glow Contouring Palette. This thing is like beat up, but this is the shade, it doesn't even say the shade anymore, but I think it was like Caramel Toffee, and it's like broken, and I've like hit pan on the on that shade right here. This is like my favorite shade to set my under eyes with. It is so good and like so smooth, like so incredibly smooth. So then for the rest of my face, I am going to use the Wet n Wild Pressed Powder. This is in the shade Tan Beige, and I really like this powder. Now I'm going to take the contour palette, the Caramel Toffee one, and I'm going to go in this shade like ever so gently. And I'm just going to like gently contour. I don't want like a harsh contour, but it's like impossible to not have a harsh contour with this. I'm just gonna like go. And I think I'm gonna try, I've had this for so long and I haven't tried it yet. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon. Obviously it's Wet n Wild. This is the Color Icon bronzer in the shade 740 Bikini Contest, and it actually has SPF in it. We do not need it today because it is raining, but good to know. I'm just going to take a little bit of this on this powder brush, just kind of like go over. This is my favorite brow powder of all. Like I have the Anastasia brow powder. I've tried a few other brands brow powder. Other drugstore ones I have. Elf, I have Palladio. This is my favorite brow powder. It is the Wet n Wild brow powder. Can I please stop calling it Wet n Wild? Everybody knows that. That's the point of this video. Okay, so this is in the shade Ash Brown. And normally I just go into the middle shade right here. This is like a wax that I never use, and this color is super dark and can get out of hand. So I just go right in the center, and this is really like a universal color, honestly. Usually when I do my eyebrows, I use a pencil first, and then I just use powder to like fill in the sparse areas. So I haven't used just powder in a really long time. I really like this thing because it has a little mirror on it. Hey. So I'm actually going to use this mirror because I need to like see up close what's happening here. This blush is one of their Color Icon blushes. I'm pretty sure I have like all of them. If not, I'm very close to having all of them. This one's in the shade Apricot in the middle. And so I'm just going to gently get some. I only have 2 Wet n Wild palettes, and they are the disgusting, because I use this on Halloween, Poster Child palette. Would you look at that? Beautiful. Ooh, ah. Obviously we're not using this palette. Today we're going to use the Vinyl Collection palette, and I do not even know if this is still available. It came with 2 little brushes when I got it, and I have to say, this is a pretty good palette. We're using the Photo Focus Eyeshadow Primer. So this one's in the shade Brulee, or Creme Brulee. And it's one of their Color Icon little singles. So I'm going to take this on a big, like, fluffy shader brush. This is also Wet n Wild, and I'm just going to put it all over my eyelid. Much better. So unfortunately, this little palette here does not have a matte brown. So I'm just going to use Bikini Contest on my crease brush or blending brush, and I'm just going to load that up a little and just go right in the crease with it. So now I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to kind of deepen up the outer corner with this darkest shade down here. And I'd really love to get into the green because it looks super pretty. Let's see. This brush is kind of firm, and I'm just going to take it right into the gold and apply it all over my lid. Alright, and I'm actually going to go into the Poster Child palette. I'm just going to take like the littlest bit of the black and kind of like deepen up the outer V just a little bit. Oh yeah, that makes it a lot better because I don't think I'm going to do eyeliner today. So I just want to deepen that up a little bit more. What I'll do is I'm going to take this little smudger brush and that contouring shade and just go underneath the lash line a little bit. I'll take the same brush that had that gold on and just go like on the inner third. So I have the two Mega Glow highlighting powders, and I have Precious Petals and Crown of My Canopy. So I think I'm going to use Precious Petals, and I'm just going to take some on my finger for my nose, just the tip of my nose, and then I don't like to go all the way down, I just go like right in the center. And I might just take a little bit of this and put it on the inner corners. Alright, so now I'm going to try out the Wet n Wild Cat Eye. This is the Max Fanatic Cat Eye Mascara, and it's in the shade Black Cat. And I actually got this in a Target beauty box, I think. This is the Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Bear to Comment, so I'm just going to line my lips. But I wanted to give a shout out first to the Wet n Wild, I don't know what these are called, and it does not say it on here, but they're just the lipsticks in this kind of packaging. I'll show you, like I have a bunch of them. Maybe I'll do like some swatches of them. But I love these lipsticks. They tug at your lips just a little bit, but they last so long. Like their red is like my absolute favorite red to wear out. They're matte and they're just great lipsticks. I really like them. But I want to try these out today, so I think I'm going to try the shade Give Me Mocha, but the other shade I have is Rebel Rose. I just feel like Rebel Rose might be too light for me. You know what? Who cares? Let's try it. So that was me doing a one brand tutorial with Wet n Wild. If you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye!